Okay, so like I said, outside of just remembering your why, is a lot of you feel like, I wish I just had the motivation. I really need the motivation to get myself going. You don't. That's just a lie that you tell yourself. But you don't need motivation to get started. You just need some discipline. You need to be the type of person who's unwilling to make excuses for yourself to get the job done. And I know that it can be done because despite how I felt, I was able to get up immediately and switch into a different position. And that mode was, this has to get done and nobody else is going to do it. So I did it. And so don't sit around, feeling like, I'm unmotivated. That's why it's not getting done. You're going to have to put one foot in front of the other, and you're going to have to take your time. You may have to take a lot of breaks. You may find that the task has to get broken up into smaller tasks to accomplish it, but it can be done. And so that's what I've been doing each day, just focusing on 1 to 2 things off my task list, nothing crazy. Being kind to myself, giving myself a break during this time. A lot has happened, so I'm not going to ignore it and work it away, but I'm just taking baby steps, to scratch things off my list. You have to remove distractions. A lot of times we will allow distractions. And what I mean by that is that I don't have to answer those phone calls. I don't. I don't have to stop what I'm doing for something so tiny. It's a choice. It's a choice that we make because sometimes we don't want to finish a task. I call it procrastination. I call it subconscious procrastination. Like, you don't really want to do that task. So any little thing that throws you off your course, you'll let it throw you. You'll just let it happen. You'll be like, you know what, I gotta answer this call. You know that call probably stupid. You know that nothing on that other end of the line is gonna propel you forward for the day or anything. It's not really going to do anything beneficial for you, but you answer the call anyway. You deal with the nonsense, and next you're behind in your task, or you find that you didn't accomplish much, and there's a reason for that. And that reason is because you're not focused on what you need to do, and you know it. So I try to remember to prioritize my daily goals. What are my daily goals? I have a few. My daily goals consist of, and should be consisting of, because I'm not gonna lie to you and say this is what I've been doing every day, right? But it should consist of studying for my license, working out, writing every day for at least an hour to 2 hours, and then some sort of filming. Those are my goals. Everything else I can do outside of that, talking on the phone, catching up with people, socializing, laundry, cleaning, things like that, they have to go to the back end. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes people be like, well, you have to do this, or why didn't you clean up today? Why didn't you take care of this? First and foremost, nothing is to where I'm gonna die if I don't get it done. It's not dire. Cleaning throws me off my path. I'll start cleaning, and the next I was just cleaning the bathroom, then I done went to the living room, the kitchen, etc. Like, I can't go there with cleaning. Cleaning has to be scheduled for a certain day. If you know that it's your filming day, why are you cleaning? Why did you start cleaning before you're supposed to be filming? Is it because you don't really want to do it? Is it because you want to lie to yourself and say, oh, I was busy cleaning and I got caught up in cleaning? It's really just a distraction. It's really something that didn't really need to get done that you chose to do because you're not prioritizing your task. So I try to keep myself on point with that. Like, there's a lot of days where I want to cook and I want to do XYZ, but then it throws me off my path. I start cooking and then I end up not in the mood to do the things that I need to do. Sometimes I have to tune out and learn how to ignore doing certain things to really stay focused on the task or the goal. So that's something that I'm reminding myself, is just to prioritize your daily goals. And I'm going to keep saying it to you guys because you're prioritizing a lot of things that's probably not important. You're prioritizing constantly not saying no to people and catching up to people because you feel bad. There's a lot of societal pressure. You feel guilty. This person says they haven't seen you in a long time, so you feel like that's what you need to do. And it's not what you need to do. It's what you've chosen to do, right? Because you look back, you go home, and a lot of things have piled up that you're not doing, that's not getting done. You might need a break. Yes, we've all deserve a break, but you don't need to watch 4 movies in a row. Maybe watch one, and then after one, get back to writing for an hour. So it's about your priorities. It's about what's important to you, and it's about what matters to you. It's never going to be about all the fiddle diddle things that could get done another time or later. And so the days that I find myself very focused, I find myself having to ignore or tune out to a lot of things. Those are the days where I'm slower to response in messages, where I don't pick up phone calls, where I don't get on my phone. I just work, you know? And by work, you're probably like, well, if you're not working, how are you working? I work. Like, if I'm writing, I'm working. I turn my phone over. If I'm writing, I'm working. I turn my phone over and I just focus on writing for an hour or two. I don't look at anything else. It's very rare that I even have any silence or background music and distractions, because those come with ads and stuff like that. Like, if you have ad free, cool. If you don't have ad free, don't do it, because there's times when I put on music and I try to focus and listen to stuff, and all of a sudden an ad come on, I try to skip the ad, and then I end up reading something or then scroll and went to somewhere else. Like, yes, this is how my mind works. So I don't even play around with the unad free stuff. Like, you're not about to get me with the distractions. Or I'll go to click the ad and then I'll see a tab, and then I'm clicking on that tab and then I'm doing something. So I try to just stay focused. Like, why am I sitting down and doing this work? Why is this work important? Because when you don't have the time to do it, all of a sudden you start thinking, I wish I had the time to do XYZ. But when you have the time to do it, you don't use the time wisely. So I don't want to be one of those people that just lie and complain and say I don't have time to do it when I'm BSing my time away. And it's very easy to do that even with the tasks that you feel are very important. Like I said, as a mother, or as someone who shares a household with other people, or a father, cousin, brother, whoever you are out there, somebody else, you feel obligations to other people. Like, oh, I got to clean up before this person gets home. Or, oh, I have to do this. I have to make the area like this. But you're putting so much time and mental energy on your obligations that you're not getting anything done. Now, I'm not saying to be a pig or a slob, but I'm saying, like, don't spend all your time doing those things. Like, you can do them. You can tidy up after you finish your task, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to get sidetracked, and that those tasks are going to take longer than you think, especially if the stuff that you're supposed to be working on is not something that you really find very fun to do. Like, even with me, I love filming, but not to where I'm waking up and I'm just rushing to set up the camera equipment. Maybe if the camera equipment was already set up, like the tripod, like, sure. But there's been so many days that I was supposed to film and I didn't film because I started cooking and cleaning, and next you know it's 12 or 1 o'clock, and then at 1 2 o'clock I didn't feel like doing it anymore. I said I was gonna hop in the shower, then it's 3 or 4 o'clock. And who wants to start doing something at 3 or 4 o'clock p.m.? Not I. Like, 3 or 4 o'clock p.m. is too late for me to be doing like hard labor, like moving stuff around, sliding furniture and stuff, trying to set up my vlogging gear. So do those things first thing in the morning. So like in the morning, if I'm talking to people or they call, I just be like, hey, I'm gonna get off the phone by a certain point. Once it reaches past 11, there's times when I've gotten off the phone and get on another phone call, and then it's done. Like, the day is done. I don't get nothing done. And I know I'm not getting nothing done. And that's never a good feeling. You know, I feel very unaccomplished later. I feel like I played myself. I feel like I allowed people to play me, when it's my fault. You know, it's my fault that people called and I didn't communicate to them that I was doing something. I was busy because I wanted to talk to them, you know, and then I'm wasting my time. You know, I don't mind talking to people, and you shouldn't. You know, I want you to have a social life, but you should do it after you finish the things that are important to you. And one of the things that I try to stop compromising during is my workout time, my writing time, my studying, and my filming time. So that's why those are the daily things that I have to accomplish every day. And that's why I say you should prioritize them. Not do them, not dabble in them, but prioritize them. That means those are your non-negotiables. That means those are the things that when people call you and you're like, I'm doing this, and they're like, well, can you wait? Can you? And you're like, no, like, I'll call you back when I finish. This is important to me, so I'm going to do it. And I got you, like, as soon as I finish. That's how it should be. In the past, there's been times when I've told people like, hey, I got to do this. And they're like, oh, okay, la 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 la. I'm like, dang, you know, I said I'm trying to study. How do you think I'm going to study and be on the phone with you at the same time? But you can't be mad at nobody. You can't be like, this person doesn't respect my boundaries. This person doesn't care what I'm doing. No, it's you. You're setting the tone for not caring about your stuff because you're continuing to sit on the phone. So I'll talk for a few seconds and I'll repeat, you know, hey, I was studying something. I'm going to have to call you back. And normally people, okay, my bad. Because sometimes some people are so eager to talk, they're not really listening to what you're saying. They called you for a reason, apparently. So you have to be stern, about your boundaries. You have to speak up and tell people, what's what, so that you can get your stuff done. But my recommendations, and I'm just gonna make it 3 quick tips. Do it in the morning or as early as possible in the day before you're all tired and beat down by life. Remove the distractions and try to focus, and you yourself have to have accountability towards completing the task. Like thinking to yourself, how long can you keep putting this off and making excuses for why you're putting it off? Is there a justified reason for why you're putting it off? If not, then you just got to put the work in. There is no ifs, ands, or buts or way around it. Just do the work that you're supposed to be doing. And so I hope you guys found that information. I don't know what's up with this camera. It's killing me. Like, I know I'm going to be so mad when I watch these videos and I'm not in focus. I want to fight the camera. Like, today it's just it's not cooperating. And these videos going to go out regardless. They're going to go out regardless because I'm not playing. I don't know if it's when I look over there it focuses or what. Like, it's reading my cross-eyed, my lazy eye, and it's focusing on the lazy eye or what. But I hope you guys found this video informative. We're gonna fight through this. I'm sorry if this is giving you I don't know, but I hope you guys found this video valuable and informative. Do your daily goals, do your daily tasks that you set up to move yourself towards what you need to be doing. And if you found that valuable, or you want to know more about how to plan out your goals, how to break it down so you can do it, hit me up so we could talk. I am the goal queen. Like, it might take me longer than expected, or I might have setbacks, but it's gonna get done. So I would love to talk to you guys more about that. What are your goals? What are you struggling with? Why didn't you set it up? What is some daily things or routines that you're doing that can be a factor into why they're not getting done? So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.